Hi, I'm Megan Storey, and I will be presenting my ePortfolio for my non-degree seeking endorsement of building leadership. And so I'm going to start out by talking about my artifact folder and how I have listed everything by the standards in which all the artifacts are in here during my presentations. I also have within the folder, you will find all of my other artifacts such as verifications, my resume, the portfolio requirements for the PowerPoints, as well as my reflections and those sort of things. So starting off with my goals, I do have my goal video that is posted here that still fits all of my personal and professional goals that I had created towards the beginning of this program. My educational leadership philosophy is shared also. Throughout our lives, we continue to grow, we learn to evolve, and lastly, we start to thrive. The same goes for my educational career and philosophy. I have learned over the years that my views have swayed back and forth, but that I rely heavily on a few main characteristics that I not only look for in leadership, but I present in myself. I produce the end results. I take care of staff and put them first as they are in the daily grind with students. An open door policy, provide an opportunity for all to grow. Guidance with structure of clear expectations, consistency, sustainability, accountability, and then feedback in challenging situations to provide reflection and clarity. And so with these key characteristics of my leadership style, I am focused upon the strategic leadership philosophy and that high-level operations come with individual responsibilities. In order to have a high standard and high performance level, we must acknowledge weaknesses in our buildings and strive to improve both within ourselves and hold those high expectations for administration, colleagues, and students. An instructional coach that's now a principal, her name is Mika Bauer, once taught me that your leadership philosophy focuses around your professional learning communities, making sure that norms were set so that all members know their role and can focus on the task at hand. The challenges that occur in the process all contribute to success. Tyler Weinbrenner, the principal at Inman High School in Inman, Kansas, stated in the podcast interview with my current principal, Trevor Gertzen, who is a NASA National Digital Principal of the Year in the KPA hashtag Listen Up podcast, that every day is professional development for a principal. And that professional development of a leader is achieved through on-the-job training while still expecting results and visions from outside sources that need consideration. And so another NASA National Principal of the Year named Michelle Keffert, who is at Charles W. Flanagan High School in Florida, has similar views that I do, and she stated that it was critical to be consistently visible, available, and approachable, not only to staff, but to students in the entire school community. And so feedback is a very vital part of the educational process for all stakeholders. And as an administrator, that feedback is crucial so that I'm able to be an effective leader that provides consistency and fair in action and decisions, and I aspire to grow daily. I value honesty and transparency, and so then all in the end, all stakeholders feel valued, respected, appreciated, and loved, and teachers will give more and students will learn more. Change occurs when you are uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable. And so as we continue on from my leadership philosophy, just a little bit about me so that you understand as we go through this, is that I did complete a non-degree endorsement because I already have a master's in instructional technology from Fort Hays. So you'll see a couple classes that I didn't have to take due to that. Here is my current resume that I have. So I have a bachelor's in elementary education, a master's in instructional technology, and then getting this endorsement. I'm certified in 3 different states, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas. I've completed quite a bit of professional development early in my career and continue to. I'm currently a teacher at Spring Hill Middle School, where I wear the hats of an 8th grade science teacher, a 6th grade science teacher, and I am the MTSS 6th grade ELA interventionist. I've also done some other, worked in other districts, everything from a 1A school to a 6A school, everything from very low income and mainly Hispanic population to a very high socioeconomic status school. So when looking at the activities throughout this component, I have focused primarily with my tracker sheet on standards for secondary education, as I feel like that may be my fit. And so focusing primarily on secondary is where I focus my components on specifically. So as you can see here, you'll see more secondary listed, but there are a few district policies that are the minimum requirements, at least 5. And then you'll see elementary throughout here, and then secondary. And so with that, through the 7 standards, I was able to complete my activity form, which is one of the best portions of this portfolio that I had the most fun doing and just truly enjoyed, especially in the curriculum instruction portion, which I focus on a lot just due to the different hats that I wear within my building. I have already taken my praxis and I'm waiting for my test results also. And so that was super helpful to have this completed before taking my praxis. And so if you look here at my activity form, which is logged and shared in the artifacts folder, you will see that I have my 5 district organized here. I have my 7 of the minimum requirement for elementary, and then the rest is my secondary. And there only are overlapping when for the secondary portion that is included. My administrative verifications that are listed on here are by 2 principals and then our curriculum director within the Spring Hill School District. So my first one is by Principal Trevor Gertzen, who focuses primarily on secondary. Callie Weitzel, who has helped me through a lot of my 6th grade work in the MTSS, which is which is elementary. And then last we have Dr. Aaron Smith, who is the Director of Curriculum, Teaching and Learning and Instruction throughout our district, who helped me with the district level portion. My annotated bibliography was by far the most challenging portion for me of this portfolio. While I completed all of the annotated bibliography, I ultimately felt that the reflection piece was the hardest for me because I had to really focus on what I wanted to do as a principal. And so that was kind of different to wear different shoes and be a part of that. And it wasn't normal to my daily task. And also, you had to find information that was relevant to what you currently are wanting to do in your principalship. And I tried to correlate most of it as an educator too, so I could look at both avenues. I am currently doing my video highlight. So next, we're going to focus on the portfolio for our district activities. You will see here that I have done quite a few pictures to show a collaboration mashup. My district activities primarily focused on adopting text for middle school science curriculum. That's something that's never been done in the Spring Hill School District officially, where we've gone through an adoption process. And so you will see throughout here where I have talked about trying to promote a text that can meet all needs as far as data, students' backgrounds, curriculum, etc. And so you'll see one of each through these and then through the pictures of the collages that I've made. Next is the elementary activities, which are going to focus a lot around this movement for MTSS and how we have to navigate those waters due to the state pushing that down, and we have not adopted yet. With that being said, I've also had experience with MTSS at other school districts. And so you'll see how I've created schedules and done different things, read data, met with teams, etc., and kind of really dove deep into this plan. And then let's go to my secondary is where I focused heavily upon the activities, which you will see. And so I really try to talk about what I do on a daily basis. And I wear a lot of different hats here, being one of very few veteran teachers within my building. There's a lot of novice teachers in this building. And so it takes a lot to make the school go around. So for example, today I had 2 teachers that were in my classroom observing me so that they could learn different tools to put in their toolbox. So as you will see, I've kind of gone through each of these to explain what I have done throughout my practicum so that you can see the different avenues that I have been able to achieve. And then last but not least is what is my reflection that I have gone over through this with the different stages and kind of broken down. And ultimately, I pose the conjuncture stage of what school culture and climate indicates and how it's going to contribute significantly to educational effectiveness. Our ultimate goal is to meet the needs of all of our students within our school district. And so being able to go through this with the thought in mind throughout my practicum really opened my eyes so that I could reflect on what objectives I need to achieve as a future leader. And so throughout here, you'll see my program reflection and how it impacted me. And that will be the conclusion once I have placed this into the highlight video. Thank you.